Good morning. Somewhere above you right now, sun is on the move, and for a little while, the oldest questions in the sky are open again. Welcome to the daily sky. If you're new here, you don't have to believe a single word. Every position is real and computed, and what it means is only ever an invitation, never a promise. So come sit with us and stay for the two skies, the one place where the west and the east read this very day as two different signs. First, where things stand, and here's the real chart, every position computed. The sun holds his own hall in the maiden, strong and bright, and great Jupiter walks beside him. The waxing gibbous at 80% illumination slips into the maiden by nightfall. The colored lines are how today's planets connect. In plain terms, a bright, generous sky with feelings running full. Now your aspect weather. Thursday, Sun meets Mercury. Here, your core self and vitality and how you think and speak fuse and amplify one another. The tradition reads this as a seed moment, an invitation to begin something where your core self and vitality and how you think and speak meet in your life, if you choose to. Friday, Sun squares Uranus. Here, your core self and vitality and change, freedom, and surprise growth. The old teaching treats a square as friction that invites growth. Not a warning, but a nudge to adjust rather than force what it stirs. Friday, Sun squares Uranus. Here, your core self and vitality and change, freedom, and surprise growth. The friction that invites growth, not a warning but a nudge to adjust rather than force what it stirs rather than force what it stirs. Venus cries in bitified at the planet. Friday, my growth, Mercury's growth might have come. And now, your 7-day skycast. Here's what the heavens have on the schedule. Here's the week ahead. Thursday, Aug 27, Sun meets Mercury. Friday, Aug 28, Sun squares Uranus. Mercury squares Uranus. The full moon. Tuesday, Aug 25, Mercury moves into Virgo. So, here is the council's tip for the week. Not what the sky means, but what a wise person does under it. With Sun in review, let yourself be seen today. Do one real thing in the light, not the shadows. That's all. Small, practical, and yours to carry out the door. Now the heart of it, and a fork that divides the world's astrologers. Western astrology is tropical. It keys the zodiac to the seasons, and today it places the sun in Virgo. Vedic astrology, the sidereal system of India, thousands of years old, measures instead against the fixed stars themselves. Because the Earth slowly wobbles on its axis, the two have drifted about 24 degrees apart over the centuries. So the very same sun the West calls Virgo, the Vedic sky reads as Leo. Your moon shifts to Capricorn in the West, Sagittarius in the East. Neither is wrong. Two languages for one sky. If your Western sign may be the other half of the sentence, and seeing both, chart to chart is exactly what selfprime.net was built for. One term taught. Today's word is peregrine. In the old doctrine, a planet's strength depends on where it stands. Sun in the maiden is a wanderer without office, no dignity here, and no debility either. A stranger passing through. That is not fate, it is condition, the way a craftsman is stronger in his own workshop. Astrologers have scored it exactly this way since Lilly wrote it down in 1647. Mark Sun in the maiden. Don't read this as dread. When the old teacher reviews, he is not punishing you, he is paying attention to you. That is what devotion looks like from the sky. And here is the oldest question Sun asks, the same one we opened with, the plainest there is. What have you been avoiding? You don't have to answer it today. You only have to stop pretending you can't hear it. And the sky licks one voice to prove it. Murasaki Shikibu rises with today's chart, Sun conjunction natal Pluto, a real person who lived exactly what Sun is asking of you now and was made larger for answering it. Today the council's seat is theirs, yours is the one beside it. A weather advisory for the Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini. Sun square Uranus asks you to slow down and adjust. Expect friction if you force it, ease if you don't. A timing note. The moon goes void. Of course, Monday at 6 a.m. UTC until it enters Aquarius. Tuesday at 10 a.m. UTC, a window to pause big launches and let things settle and look up. No major meteor peak or eclipse is due this week. Let the ordinary sky be enough. And before you go, whoever you are, wherever you're watching from, at whatever hour, you woke up under a real sky today. The same fire that lit every star up there is lit in you. That is not nothing, that is everything. And if a word was new to you today, it's new to most of us. You belong here. Here's today's question for the comments. While Saturn is retrograde, what are you being asked to revisit? Tell us below. Drop it below. We read every reply at dawn and pin the best one, and one word from our own table. Play Kairos Council today, free at kairoscouncil.com. Do not take our word for the heavens. Verify the math at mysticopi.com. And to read this sky as your own, begin at selfprime.net. Tomorrow, the moon settles into the maiden, and Louis Pasteur rises among the council. Come finish the thread we opened today. Until then, remember, the sun lights the room. Whether you stand in it is your affair.